I got something special for you today. Last weekend were the pumpkins. This weekend, we're going to build lanterns, and we're going to be able to change these things up year round for different occasions, not just Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas, but these things will go for birthdays, Mother's Day, and just about anything you can think of. Kids' nightlight in their room with a sports figure on it. Easy DIY build, so let's get rolling. All right, guys, first thing we're going to do is cut our top and our base, and we're going to use a 1x8 for that, and which is actually 7.5 inches. But we're going to cut those 8 inches long, which is going to give us an 8 by 7.5 inch board. So we need 2 of those. But you see that? We call that a crow's foot, and the reason we call it a crow's foot is because we get a definite point of where our measurement is. If you just put a line, say you just use that line right there, you might not know which side you marked it on by the time you got back to your saw. But if you put a crow's foot, you know exactly where your 8-inch mark is or whatever mark you're using. Remember, safety first. I'm going to remind you in every video, safety first. So what you're going to end up with is 2 1x8s, 7.5 inches by 8 inches, but that's going to give you 2 of them. So now what we need is a 1x6, and we're going to cut 3 of those. I had to think about it a second. 3 of those 8 inches. So you'll have a 5.5 inch board by 8 inches. First thing I do is always square up my ends just to make sure that board is square, so when we build our lantern, we have no out of whack pieces, if you know what I mean. Michael Lee might build one out of whack, but can't talk again. Michael Lee might build one out of whack, but not me. So we're going to cut the ends of these off, because when you buy it from the big box store, the ends might be out of kilter a little bit. Remember, always in the shop, if you don't feel comfortable doing something, or if your gut's telling you no, stop, rethink it, and regroup. All right, that's our 3 pieces, 8 inches long by 5.5, and we're going to take these over to the table saw, and we're going to cut one of these pieces down to 5 inches, so it'll give us a little reveal all the way around the bottom of the lantern, like a inset piece. So your base is larger than the actual pieces you're putting on the lantern to make the center part. Hey, if you notice something, I let that saw get up to speed before I start cutting. And the reason is that, if I could talk today, the reason for that is, one, it helps your miter saw out, or whatever saw you're using, so you're not burning it up or wearing it down, forcing the motor to work harder. It also makes it easier on your cuts. Your blade's spinning fast enough to make the cuts easier. So those are 2 tips I gave you today right there. Hey. All right, we're at the table saw. So what we want to do is take one of the 1x6s we cut 8 inches tall and rip it down to 5 inches. Now, you don't need a table saw to do this. You can use a skill saw if you want to, or a hand saw. It's just going to take you a little bit more time, but just be patient and knock it out. No big deal. But let's knock this one down to 5 inches real quick, and I'll show you what we're going to do with it next. All right, now that we've got that one ripped down to 5 inches, which is going to be the back of our lantern. So I want to take the other 2 that we cut 8 inches out of the 1x6, and we're going to put a dado on the front of each one of them, and we're going to set that in 3/4 of an inch, and then put about a 5/16 inch dado in it, so we can slide our insert straight in. All right, you saw what I was doing there. I don't want to go up but about 1/4 inch, maybe, like I said, 5/16 into that piece with my dado. I don't want it to be too deep, so be careful. And then you're going to take a 1/4 inch board or a 1/4 inch mark, and what you want to do, can you see that? You want to make sure you get your 1/4 inch mark marked so you'll know how far to go each way on your dado. And then that piece will slide right in. So let's get rolling. All right, what we want to do now is take the pieces that we cut the dado in, and you can use a sander on this, an orbital sander, a hand sander, or whatever, but I'm going to use a router, and we're going to round the front edges, and it's just going to give it a cleaner look. But if you'll see, the dado's here, so I want to round these two edges, the outside and inside, and the outside of the back piece, not the inside, because you're going to have a piece that sits in there like that, and you don't want that inside routed. So we're going to route, like I said, inside of the front, inside and outside, and the outside of the back of both of these pieces. So here we go. Man, I got to clean up the shop back there. You see all that dust? I'm telling you, if you get busy in the shop making sawdust, you can sell things and make a good profit. So I encourage each one of you to get out there and make some sawdust. All right, now what we're going to do is take the top and bottom pieces, our 1x8s that we cut 8 inches, and we're going to route on the bottom piece, we're going to route just the top. You know, this will sit on the countertop or the table or whatever you're setting it on. And then we're going to route the top. Now, on the top piece that sits on top of the lantern, we're going to route the top and bottom. I'm going to increase my router depth just a little bit to give the top piece a little bit more reveal, but let's get that knocked out real quick. All right, for the sake of the video, I went ahead and marked the top of the bottom plate with a line 3/4 of an inch all the way around. And you can just use one of your side pieces and take it and mark it, set it on the outside, flush it up, and mark the inside corner. Because what we want to do, once we're all set up, we want to set that on the inside. And you see this out here, it's going to give us a little 3/4 inch reveal all the way around the base. So now what we got to do is put it together. Back up here, Michael Lee, back up here. All right, if you noticed, I set the outside edge on the outside of that 5-inch piece. So can you see that? I set it on. We're going to do the same thing. Pick it up. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. We're going to do the same thing just like that, and that'll give us a wider piece. But it'll also still work with our 3/4 inch mark around the outside of our top of our bottom plate. All right, now that we've got the C, U, whatever you want to call it, shape put together, we're going to use those lines that we put on the bottom plate. Can you see them right there? And we're going to attach just like that to it. All right, here we go. All right, we're rocking and rolling. All we got to do now is put the top on, and then we'll take one of our inserts right here, like the Christmas tree, and it'll slide right in there. All right, there it is. So just like I just showed you, you just drop your insert in, which is a 1/4-inch piece of wood that I've cut out on the laser, and it pops right in there. Now all we got to do, which I've got the top sitting right here, is you can do the top in a couple of different ways, and that's pretty much it, man. I'll show you one already put together just for the sake and time of the video. But that's it. You'll have scrap lumber left over that you can put on the top and use it right up. Or you can put I got it right here. Don't worry about it. I'm coming. Don't be in a rush. You want things to go just right. But you could also take the top and put you a ring hook on it. Like that. You could even go a little bit further and put you a piece on top and do a ring hook like that. Now that's just setting up there, don't get me wrong. And maybe Michael Lee will do it that way, but hey, that's a lantern, and you can change the inserts out all year long. Like I said, for birthday parties, you can do it for a nightlight in your kids' room, Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Mother's Day, whatever holiday you're celebrating, you can switch this out weekly, monthly, or yearly. That's Armor Woodworks by Mike Way right there. These things are tough. Now, last thing, I'm going to run outside the camera. Weep. Get you a little puck light and put in there. Is it on? Is it on? Get you a little puck light and put in there. We'll turn it to orange. Where's the orange at? There we go. If I can get it orange. There we go. And there you go. That's your lantern. Now, there's one last thing you can do. You can put some pieces on the inside of it right here that will help secure the top from sliding too much. Probably need to make those a little longer, don't they? So it don't slide so much. And actually, it's on backwards. So there you go. That's your lantern. Hey guys, remember, I've got memberships on the website now, or on YouTube now. So if you'll join for $2.99 a month, I'm going to send out free build plans, free SVG laser files, discounts on laser links, everything. So you'll get your money's worth for $2.99. Why don't you help this little YouTube channel out? Don't forget to subscribe and hit that thumbs up button right there, and like this video and share this video and become a member. This is Mike from Armor Woodworks by Mike. Hey, hold on. Is that my phone ringing? I think that's my phone ringing. Before we go, yep, that's my phone ringing. I'm going to let y'all hear this phone call because I don't know who it is. But before we go, remember, always, all playing aside, Jesus loves you.
Michael Lee, how you doing? Greg. Hey, is Mike around? Okay, I'll wait.
Give me the phone, Michael Lee. What's up, Greggy?
Hey, thanks for that pumpkin video, man. That was outstanding. Yeah, I made some modifications to mine. That way they're different. Yeah, I'm sitting here kind of bored, wondering if your next video is ready to be released. Really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm working on some lanterns.
Gonna do lanterns. Okay, well I saw a couple of guys on YouTube did lanterns. Okay.
You gave me the idea last weekend when you were up. Yeah, they're a game changer. Definitely a game changer. Totally different than what everybody else is doing.
Any chance of a sneak peek?
Oh, brother, it's a surprise. You're going to have to wait. You're not a regular person, but you're going to have to wait.
I gotta wait like the rest? Okay, understandable, understandable. All right, well, I'll be looking forward to your video so I can get started on mine as well. All right, man, have a great day. And bye now.
Sounds good to me, brother. Peace.
Boom.